Hey folks, Bill here from Survival. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to go over this kit here I put together, but first, before I do that, I want to give a big shout out to Price Scout Troop 271. You guys put together some fire kits recently based off that fire kit video I did not too long ago. Just a big congratulations. I'm proud of you guys for putting those fire kits together. Hopefully that video helped, and let me know how it goes. So, big shout out to Price Scout Troop 271. You guys rock. So, with that, we'll get into the kit. This is kind of that all-in-one kind of micro mini survival kit, the kind of thing legends are built of around the survival space on the internet. This is one of those kind of miracle, people would like to say survival kits. I wouldn't call it that. This is just a very comprehensive and capable kit for the size. That's my hand under on it. So to give you a size perspective, this is the Victorinox Swiss Tool Spirit X. As you can see, for a size comparison, this is a relatively small container. The container itself is the SOLKOA Survival Systems Suma Container, the large version. It's anodized aluminum. It is milled out of aluminum, so this container is kind of expensive. We'll get into that later, though. You can see it has Velcro bands that go around to hold the lid on, as well as a Velcro patch right there to hold patches, blood ID, whatever you want to put on there. I use these two straps to connect and hold the SOL XL heat sheets to it. That's going to be our primary form of cover in this kit. So with that, we'll bust into the kit. We'll set this over here. And then we'll start getting into the kit. Before we do that, I'll show you the SOLKOA Survival System Suma Container. This is milled aluminum, and it has a foam gasket here that makes it watertight. And that's the straps, hold that on tight and keep that waterproofness intact. So we'll set the lid over here. Gonna slide this down so we can start going through the container. So the first thing we have here, a couple bandages. These are some fingertip bandages. We'll set these right down here. We have Blistex lip balm. We always want to be able to take care of our lips. They crack, blister. Just a good item to have in your survival kit because you can also use it to wax some tinder to make it extend the flame a little longer. And you can use it to keep your knife waxed and oiled up. So good multi-use item here. We have some lip balm. We're going to set these items over here. And I'll tell you what we're actually going to do. We're going to zoom out a little bit and give us a better view of everything coming out. So we got a roll of duct tape. You guys have seen these. I buy the pre-made rolls. This is going to be in here. This is multifunctional. This is for repair, fire extender, to keep your container tight if something should happen to the Velcro. Number of different uses. Improvised bandages. We all know the uses for duct tape. Here we have a flashlight. It's just a rechargeable lithium battery flashlight from GoPeak. Great little light. Has a little loop on there. I would take this along with the whistle compass I have in here and my ferro rod, put them on a small necklace with the bank line and carry them around my neck 24/7 if I should have to break into this kit. So we have our little flashlight. We have our bank line. This is number 18 bank line. There's about 25 foot here, so we have enough to set up a shelter with our tarp, with our SOL heat sheet. And we have enough here to do small camp stuff. Improvise a Roycroft pack frame, a number of things. So we have this, and we all know the uses for cordage. You can really never have enough, but in a container like this, you can't have all that much. So that's that. We have our Snare Wire. Snare Wire lets us make traps, repair gear, build things. Just a number of very different uses you can use this for. So that's why we have that, and that's why this can get that back. We'll set that right there. This kit requires you to carry either a multi-tool or a Swiss Army knife so we can cut and manipulate that snare wire and other things. We didn't include a cutting tool in this kit because this kit is meant to go in a belt pouch or in a pocket, and you should always have a knife, a Swiss Army knife, or a multi-tool on your belt or in your pocket. That's what we advocate for here. I always have my knife on my belt, a fixed blade, a folder in my pocket, and then my multi-tool on my belt as well. So Next up, we have a magnesium pencil sharpener, great for making shavings, fine tinders, great small little bit of kit, and we can scrape it with our knife into a fine powder and use that as a tinder as well. Next up, we got the Nate's Raw Honey. You guys know I'm a big advocate of having some of this in your kits. It can be used as an improvised antiseptic. It's a good little bit of nutrition. Give you a little sugar boost should you need it, so we have a little bit of that in there. We'll set that here. We got a small fishing kit. We got some sinkers, about 25 feet of fishing line, a number of small flies and hooks. Just enough in here should we find ourselves in a situation. We can use the fishing line to repair gear, and of course we can fish with it. So we have food covered there between the fishing kit and the snare wire. Some more first aid kit. We just have some blister tape, some moleskin here. If we are get any hot spots, blisters on our feet, heels, toes, whatever it may be, we can use that and keep ourselves mobile. Big thing in the summer, especially when we're sweating a lot, we're always going to have something like this. And what we'll do after we go over this, I'll kind of show you how I integrate this into my belt kit. So we'll go through that next. We have a small Brunton tag-along compass. If you want a small compass, I haven't found a more reliable one than this. Brunton makes a quality product. This one glows in the dark. This is kind of, you get your cardinal directions down, be able to travel in a straight line, which is the biggest thing a compass allows you to do if you don't have a map. So this kind of, if you know how to use a compass very basically, this will let you walk in a straight line. So compass is a very important part of a small survival kit like that. Next up, we have our signaling items. We have our signal mirror here. You can see, great as a long-range signal. If someone's out looking for us, we hear a plane, helicopter over by, search and rescue's out. We have that, and we always have, along with that, a whistle. This is the Vargo titanium one. This would go on the necklace with the flashlight, the compass, and our ferro rod. So we'd all attach that and wear that should we find ourselves to where we have to break into this kit. But this Vargo whistle, they're very nice. Not going to go really crazy with it, but it's very loud, very lightweight. Perfect whistle for a kit like this. We have just a small mini Bic, primary fire starter. Whenever we can use this, we will. It's going to give us the easiest way to get a fire going, protect our core temperature, whether it's in the winter, summer, whatever it may be. We always want to have the ability to get a quick fire going. We have two 1 liter Whirlpack bags here folded up, and with those we have 20 aqua tabs. You can cut each of these tabs in half. That gives you the ability to filter or make safe 40 liters of water. So between this and this, we have a bunch of capabilities here to give ourselves clean drinking water. So huge. We have that for water. We just have a basic razor blade here with the cardboard on it. Pull it off a little. If we have blisters, cuts, it's going to let us dig things out. It gives us just an extra cutting blade. Takes up virtually no space in the kit. Great little piece to add and gives you some options. We have a Fresnel Lens. You guys know I'm a big advocate for carrying a Fresnel Lens. Take up almost zero space. They lay flat in your kits, and it gives you an evergreen fire source. As long as you got sunlight, you can get a fire going with this. So that's why we always have a Fresnel Lens in all of our kits. Just have a flosser here. Want to keep our teeth in working order. We get something stuck in there, want to dig it out. We don't want to get any dental problems out there. It's going to ruin your time, make your situation a lot worse. So having just a simple flosser in there helps us do that. You don't have to have a ton of first aid or hygiene, but having some basic stuff can go a very long way. With that, just a couple more bandages. Those are the next care. These are the waterproof bandages. I really like those. Those are my go-to for kits. So next up, getting to the end of the kit, we just have a Tough Possum fire card made by Wazoo Gear. You can just shave this off. Has a ruler scale here for maps, but you just shave some of this off with your knife. You can light it with a lighter, ferro rod, whatever it may be. It's a little harder to do ferro rod, but it can be done. You just have to get some big sparks going. Mainly used with lighter though. We'll set that up here. And the last of our first aid / hygiene, I always carry some allergy pills with me. My allergies can be pretty bad. especially around dogwood. So I always have these with me, enough to handle 24, 48 hours worth of issues. So always have those so I can keep functioning. Yeah, I'm a big supporter of having antihistamines. You never know what you're going to come into contact out in the woods. So any kind of allergic reaction stuff, that'll help you. It's not going to do what an EpiPen would, but for those basic reactions, it'll do a long way. We have a heavy duty repair needle to go along with this. It is thick enough to use this or the fishing line. So we have a repair needle, repair gear, and if need be, you can magnetize this and use it as a improvised float direction compass. So always have a big heavy needle. We have one of my file tools, sharpening knives. Excuse me. It lets you fine tune trap triggers, a bunch of other things you can use as a striker ferro rod, or a striker for a flint and steel. Just a great little multi-tool. Takes up very, very little space in your kit, so I always have them. Have a safety pin, just a large safety pin. You never know what you can do with that. Make an improvised fish hook, fix gear, repair your clothes, whatever it may be. A number of things. Then we have a couple about 3-inch nails. Lets you do some different things. You guys, there's a lot of videos on what to do with those. But we always have a couple of nails in our survival kit. So you can see here, it's not a ton of stuff. We'll take these away because those are not in the kit. This kit, when you pair it with that multi-tool, is a very capable kit, being able to provide all your basics: shelter, food, fire, water, navigation, signaling. Covers all your basics, and it's all able to be carried in a belt pouch system. So the pouch I carry that in is the Tough Possum Gear Bushcraft belt pouch. This is the rest of that kit. This kind of expands onto this. What I'm going to do is end this video here, but I'm going to come back and we're going to do a second video that will release Wednesday to go over the rest of this belt pouch. So we'll do that in a follow-up video here in a minute. But real quick, I want to take a minute. Thank you, folks. Really appreciate the support we're getting. The channel's growing pretty well. The videos are doing real well. Instagram's doing great. And we're having a lot of success. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I love spreading the knowledge, the little bit of knowledge I have, and having the great conversations we're able to have. So thank you, folks. I really appreciate it more than I can say. Until the next time, I hope you folks stay safe. Please, if you enjoy this video, like and subscribe. That makes a huge difference on Instagram. A like and a comment go a long way as well. So thank you, folks. Until next time, I'll see you in the woods, and stay safe.